Hey guys, welcome back to Puffalada, and welcome back to this. God, I really don't want to go with Glissade, but I feel like we have to. That's where the story's pushing us, so I wish they gave you an option to be like, no thanks, I'd rather risk my life outside than be in a room with you, but...
とにかく、夜間の女性の一人歩きは危険ですから、私と一緒に施設へ行きませんか?
Krimu, remember how he treated his own son. Don't let him bring you anywhere. The Hound's headquarters seemed like the most dangerous place to me. Besides, he was ultimately the reason I was homeless too.
君とはもっといろいろ話がしたいと思っていたんです。上階のこと、それからアダージュのこと。
Oh, he did not just fucking use Adage to manipulate us into going.
聞きたくありませんか? 私の息子のことを。
Oh my god. What? Why would Glissade suggest that? I was afraid. It felt almost like he had seen straight through me. You will talk to me about him?
ええ、もちろん。ですが、ここではなく、施設でです。立ち話で済ませられるような話ではありませんしね。
No, Krimu. I'm reluctant to go along with this, but... Alright, lead the way. No, you...
ありがとうございます。では、参りましょうか。
I've literally spent, like, this entire plot, literally Adage's entire route just face palming constantly because Krimu just keeps making stupid decisions. Honestly, it's so dumb. Like, how is she like, oh, well, you treated your son like shit and you totally abandoned him and you clearly showed signs of mental instability, but since you said his name, I'll go along with you. What's gonna happen? You don't have a sword. You literally have nothing on you. Wait, she's still carrying the gun? That'd be good. Wait, this might turn out good. Shoot him in the face. Let's go. I looked at Glissade as we walked. He's about as tall as Adage, and he smells of flowers. His hairstyle and his clothes were different, of course, but their faces looked somewhat alike. I could definitely see the son and the father. If they're so closely similar, why is he rejecting Adage? And if he's rejecting him, why did he suggest this? I don't understand, but I'll find out. She acts as if she's like a super strong person, but she's not. Like, she's lost like every fight that she's been in. We walked towards the Hound's headquarters together. Except for fights against people who don't have weapons, which, boom, roasted. I'm just kidding. God, Adage. Yeah, what the hell are you doing? I had mixed the wrong compound for the girl's intravenous drip and almost killed her. What the fuck, dude? What are you doing? Under normal circumstances, it was very rare for me to make errors like that. She would have been angry at me. Perhaps she would have slapped me. Also, Adage, like... what was I gonna say? I literally had it on the tip of my tongue and I just forgot about it. I don't remember. Turning over in bed, I sighed. I remembered what I was going to say. Like, he didn't think about where she was going to go when he kicked her out. Like, honestly, if he thought about it, he would have been like, oh, shoot, you can't really go anywhere. You know? Like, hello? Idiot. Nevertheless, I found myself listening in the night for signs of her return. I hoped she would. Someone just knocked. Oh. I got up immediately. I'd fallen out of bed in my haste. Continuing to berate myself, I opened the door.
帰ってきたのか。聞き間違いじゃないよな。
My heart was pounding. The more conscious of it I became, the faster it grew.
遅かったじゃないか。どこへ行ってたん？何の話だ？
Oh shit! Oh god. It wasn't Krimu. He was tall, broad, blunt, and coarse man.
何の用だ？先に自分の質問に答えてもらいたい。遅かったとはどういうことだ？どうでもいいだろう。用がないなら閉めるぞ。待ってくれ。話がある。
He put his foot in the door to keep me from closing it. I stopped resisting and let go of the knob.
巡回のついでに立ち寄ってみたが、まだ診療所を閉所しているのか？ああ。いつまで閉所するんだ？こいつの喋り方。さあな。一生じゃないか。もう逸するのは飽きた。飽きただと？飽きたからやめるのか？わがままが過ぎるぞ。
Thank you, Enos! Enos coming in!
俺個人の店だ。どうだっていいだろう。どうでもよくない！
Thank you!
凄まれても意志を曲げるつもりはない。お前は命を救えるものだ。その使命を放棄するな。説得されてもだ。俺の意志は固い。言うだけ無駄だ。用事はそれだけか。だったら。いや、他にもある。彼女についてだ。
Oh god.
先ほどグリッサードさんとハウンズの施設内を歩いていた。お前の助手なんだろう。どうしてだ？父さんと歩いていた。答えろ。知らない。わからない。本当か？本当だ。大体解雇して追い出したんだ。もう助手じゃない。
God.
彼女までも放り出すとは。見損なったぞ。そうか。悪いな。俺はこういう男だ。もういいだろう。さっさと消えてくれ。わかった。好きなだけ腐ればいい。だがいくら心を閉ざそうが、絶えることなく時間は流れる。今なすべきことを考えることだ。こっちの事情を知らないくせに。
I was angry at Inez's parting words and thought about what he said.
あいつが父さんとハウンズの施設を歩いていただと。
Go, you idiot, go!
なぜだ？全く意味がわからない。俺とあいつは他人だ。どうでもいい。どうだっていい。
I tried to convince myself that this was the truth, but my heart began to beat faster and a painful weight pressed down on it.
考えてみればおかしな話だ。医者が血を抜くのは検査のためだ。罪人相手に検査など行わない。ハウンズにとって健康などどうでもいいはずだ。なのに父さんはグリッサードは何か目的があってあいつを。くそ、俺のバカ野郎。
Oh shit, he realized it! Please, please get there in time! I bolted out of the house and raced towards the sanctuary district. Once there, I headed for a side street. I could reach the Hounds building faster if I ran through the back alleys. I never exercised much, so running quickly wore me out.
これだけは何ともならないか。
My muscles were screaming and my body was twitching. I steadied myself against a wall. I doubled over, breathing heavily.
1、2、3、4。
I had to force my irregular gasps into a steady rhythm.
足音。誰かいるみたいだ。
The back alleys were dangerous. Everyone in the sanctuary district knew that.
だが、他人のふりをすれば。
Oh god, please don't be Finn, please! I looked down and away from whoever was nearby and waited. They were coming closer and closer.
靴の音。 金具が擦れる音。ハウンズが。
Oh god, please don't be Finn. I was utterly helpless against them. All I could do was hope he would disappear.
俺の前で止まるとは、そうはうまくいかないものだな。
I raised my head, trying to get a good look at him. Adage! The man punched me hard in the stomach. My back was thrown against the wall. Pain raced through me like electric shocks.
なんだ。
I went down beside the wall and looked up at him. No! His face was expressionless, but his eyes were filled with rage. If looks could kill, I would have turned into a blazing inferno.
誰だこいつ。全く記憶にない。
I was hardly a saint, so I'd probably done something to earn his offense. Still, I didn't know him. I was sure of that. I had no idea why he had punched me.
誰だ。何のためにこんなことを。立て。
The man drew his sword and leveled it at me. The point almost touched my throat.
言うことを聞け。さっさとしろ。
わかった。
振り返るな。そのまま歩け。まっすぐだ。
従う。
The man followed behind me with his sword pointed at me. I was sure he was going to cut me down if I tried to make a break for it. Oh god. Literally the worst possible situation.
走ってここへ来たのに。最悪だ。
Oh god. I couldn't afford to lose time, but I had little choice. The darkness of the town around me echoed in the darkness that I could see in my future. Oh god. Oh, no, everything's going wrong. Everything's really bad. Oh, Jesus Christ. Krimu's stuck with the creepy guy, and then Finn doesn't know who this guy is, and Adage doesn't know who Finn is. Glissade led me towards the medical room.
先日はお食事会に来てくださり、ありがとうございました。
I was honored to. Thank you for inviting me. I sat down and he handed me a cup. I held it in both hands. There was hot water inside, almost hot enough to scald me. I sipped it. I hadn't eaten such good food in a long time. It made me very happy. That made Glissade smile.
あの日からもう1週間ですか。昨日のことのように鮮明に覚えているのに、早いものです。あれからお変わりないですか？元気に過ごしていますか？
Well, a lot had changed for me personally, but I certainly couldn't complain about my health. I have no idea what's going to happen now.
そうですか。よかった。こうやってまた話せて嬉しいです。君のこと、とても気に入っているので。
Of me, huh? But not of Adage. I wanted to know why he didn't acknowledge his fun, but I had to choose my words carefully. He probably won't answer a direct question. Your daughter, Priscilla, she must be quite sickly. When Adage had said she was dead, it had made Glissade angry. I watched him, wondering whether this had also made him angry.
ああ、ええ、そうなんです。今でも体のあちこちが痛むようで、ずっと寝たままで。
Oh God. I see. It seemed like he couldn't accept her death. He ignored the son that lived, devoting all his attention to the departed. How did this happen, I wonder? Perhaps Glissade was right, and Priscilla was still alive. What reason would Adage have to lie to me? Adage and Glissade were directly contradicting one another. One of them had to be right and the other had to be wrong. Whom should I trust? Why would you trust this person? Why would you not trust Adage?
あれはね、計算ミスなんです。プリシラのことですよ。体調が悪いのは
What?
私の計算ミスが招いたことなんです。
Why did he laugh? Oh, flashback. It happened 10 years earlier.
失ってしまっ
Oh,
た。
I should voice him.
私はまた失ってしまった。
It had been a cold night, but my heart had been even colder. Whatever, I'll just read it with my normal voice. I was holding a brand new death certificate.
どうして気づけなかった？私は医者だろう。人を救えなくてどうする？命を救えずに医者を名乗ってどうする？
The death had been my wife's. She had died of heart disease. I had neglected my family, so much so that I had no idea she was ill. By the time I understood, she was dead, and all I had left was paper. To prevent the spread of infectious diseases, the authorities immediately disposed of corpses without returning them to the family. They disappeared, and a printed death certificate took their place. I felt frustrated.
気づいてやれれば治せたか？彼女は今でも生きていたか？
I probably could have, I thought. Everyone dies eventually, but it hadn't yet been her time.
救える命だったのに。医者である私はそれを救えなかった。悪いのは全部私だ。
I was ashamed of my failure and stopped practicing. I was able to obtain an indefinite leave. I spent my time as if I was dead myself. Then one day, I received notice from the temple that I was to be transferred to an important population control facility. Trash arrived at the facility every day. Human trash. The babies we received had been deemed inconvenient by society. We called them recessive. The name had stuck because they were unnecessary existences, unable to contribute to society. The facility had disposed of the trash, of the recessive beings. It was an administrative decision, made without consideration for its subjects. At first I had objections, but they quickly faded. I came to see the lives they sent to us as objects and numbers. But I developed a perspective different to that of those around me.
私は医者だ。命をつなぎ、生かすのが私の使命。
The Heights is a fucked up place. Let's just get that out there.
どうせ処分される運命なんだ。このガラクタ、再利用できないだろうか。
That was the day my research began, patching together humans from the parts of those that arrived. Needless to say, it all failed. But I didn't give up, and my supplies were limitless. I buried myself into my research, determined to create life and outweigh my failure. And eventually, Priscilla was born. Ah, okay. She grew up and developed a sense of self. Because she had only ever lived inside the facility, she was curious about the world outside. I took Priscilla home. As we walked back to the facility, she smiled at me.
お父さん、今日はありがとう。私びっくりしちゃった。お父さんの他に家族がいるなんて知らなかったんだもの。アダージュ。私の弟。
Of course, Adage had been born first, but I had introduced her as his big sister. She was the superior existence, the fruit of love rather than duty. Adage had accepted it, and so had she.
また会いたいわ。また会えるかしら。
So he said that Adage is the fruit of duty, so he literally did not care at all.
ああ、会えるよ。
よかった。大切な家族だもの。たくさん一緒に過ごしたい。
Priscilla's a good kid.
それでね、いつかみんなで一つの家で暮らすの。施設じゃなくて、この町のどこかで。
ああ、プリシラが望むならそうしよう。
That conversation outside, in the city, was the last one I had with Priscilla. She had grown up in a completely sterile environment, and her immune system was unable to cope with the city outside. Her body soon failed. Her body failed? What does that mean? Isn't he admitting that she died? All this was just... What's going on? I'm so confused.
プリシラの体のほとんどは死んでしまいましたが、脳と心臓だけは まだ使える状態でした。ですが上階では、あの施設では赤子しか手に入りません。ですから私はプリシラにふさわしい部品を探しに下界へ降りたのです。
I fucking knew it. He's putting together a Frankenstein body for Priscilla.
研究と部品集めをする日々の中君と出会えたのは実に幸運でした。
Oh god, Krimu, run away. Me?
ええ、そう。警察官時代、君はここで手当てを受けたでしょ。その時、君の血の話をしてくれましたよね。君の血液は変わっていて、2度の輸血で死に至ると。
I have to say this is kind of terrifying because I'm pretty sure, like, if you think about it, like, so for those of you who, like, don't know about blood types and stuff, there's 4 different blood types. Well, not, like, if you don't want to get complicated. There's AB, which is the ultimate receiver. So, like, they can receive A blood, B blood, and O blood. There's A, there's B, and there's O. So it kind of, like, makes almost like a square. So, like, A, B obviously receives everything, but O's can only give. O's can only receive from other O blood types. And so I'm also an O blood type, so I can totally see this happening to me. If someone really wanted like a ton of blood, I feel like I'd probably be a good choice. I've donated blood before and I've like almost passed out. That was a whole other story. But like, yeah, like I oh god, it's just scary.
あの時いただいた血液を調べた結果、確かに君の血は特別でした。おそらく君が思っているよりもずっと。
Maybe she has like antibodies too that like other people don't have. I don't know. Ugh. Glissade was still all smiles, but an edge in his words scared me. I wanted to get up and flee, but my body didn't move.
君の体に流れているのは黄金の血と呼ばれる幻の血。光源を全く持っていない、どんな人にでも拒否反応なく輸血できる素晴らしい血。私はそれをどうしても手に入れたかったので、上階の知人に連絡し、下界へ来させるよう手配しました。
Arranged?
生きた状態であればどのような形でも構わないと伝えたんですが、ご両親を殺すことになるとは意図しなかったとはいえ、すみませんね。
You're the reason? Oh my god, he's the reason why they fucking killed my parents and blamed me on it. That makes so much sense because they fucking sent Krimu down here with no explanation and no trial. Oh my god, it's all his fault. What? Are you... Is this why my parents were killed? For your silly reasons, Glissade?
まあ、そういうことです。
The mastermind is right here, but I will not forgive you. How dare you?
でもね、彼らが殺された原因は君自身の行動にあるんですよ。
How? What?
よく考えてごらんなさい。君がザクセン君といざこざを起こし負傷しなければ、私は君と出会わなかった。
That is the most roundabout way of shifting the blame to somebody else.
あの時出会わなければ血の存在に気づかず、君をよこせということもなかった。
He did not just... Oh my god.
君の存在が、君の行動が親を殺したんですよ。
Okay, I guess we're gonna end the fucking episode here, which is the worst place to end it, but I'm sorry. Oh god. Oh my god. We have the mastermind right here, and Krimu can't even move, and she's literally trapped in a building where everybody wants to kill her, and Adage's trapped with Finn, and we're literally gonna be murdered for this monster thing. Oh god. I wish he was a vampire. Why couldn't this be the case? Okay, next episode, we're gonna murder him with our own hands at this point.